Sometimes we do a variation where we pit you guys head to head against each other.
Okay, let's go.
Are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Just introduce yourselves.
Hey, this is Emily from Linkin Park.
And Mike.
Whoever can name the artist first scores a point.
One baby, two.
Nirvana.
Nirvana, duh.
Just barely. Drain you.
Oh, drain you.
You're up 1-0.
I'm up 1-0.
I have had not enough caffeine for this bullshit.
I would have loved to have seen that band.
Yeah, me too. I did not see that band.
That would have been amazing.
I did see Soundgarden and Pearl Jam live back in those days, though. Did they both play Lollapalooza at the same year? Like, I think Soundgarden was playing, like, second on the bill.
Yeah.
Out of, like, 10 bands or something.
So that's where you saw them at Lala.
Yeah.
Like early
yeah,
Lala.
Yeah.
I did see Foo Fighters, so that's third of Nirvana.
Yeah. Okay, ready for another song?
Led Zeppelin.
You're a fan?
No.
Come on.
Of course.
Come on.
That's one of my favorite bands of all time.
Why?
Just then, it just got me hyped. Just that.
This is going to sound crazy, but underrated band.
No, that band is known as one of the biggest, best bands of all time, and they're still underrated. I totally agree.
Because they get like a little shade from
Little
some
bit.
corners of the world. I don't know.
the lyrics. Beastie Boys.
Okay.
Beastie Boys.
So what's happening?
She can't hear me. I'm
I
like
know.
kind of quietly talking in the microphone.
Tell me about the Beastie Boys. Surely
I mean, that,
you're a fan.
come on.
Surely there was some influence.
First vinyl I ever got
Yeah.
was Licensed to Ill. I idolized those guys.
Yeah.
Their first record was like drum machines and old school rap, and then they like figured out sampling, and that was actually a commercial flop. I even didn't love it. I was like, that's weird. Why are they changing so much? And then they came back with this record that was basically back to the like punk rock roots, and they were playing live instruments, and I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. That record was Check Your Head. But the song you just played me was off Paul's Boutique.
Yes.
Shake Your Rump.
Yes. 2-1. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Smelling a comeback.
Run-DMC.
DMC.
You said it at the same time.
Did we?
Yeah. Well, you said Run. It was like that's a scratch. But I was thinking about songs that mixed hip hop and rock early on, and it's Beastie Boys are at the forefront. Run-DMC.
What was your experience with that song?
I just thought it was interesting. I thought it was a funny music video.
Yeah, that's right. The video was great. I think it was like Rick, Ruben, and then maybe Russell. They like decided we need to show people that rapping is like music too. Like people weren't accepting that it was music. They had this idea like, oh, there are rock bands who rap. And that song was one where they're like, this is basically rapping. And if you make the connection with people, then they'll start to like respect rapping more.
That also completely reinvigorated Aerosmith's whole career.
Yeah.
Aerosmith was like kind of falling off.
Yeah, it's funny how like new blood can like reinvigorate a band that's been around for a long time. Isn't that a weird thing? How like when somebody like new comes in and like everything gets exciting again.
How did you guys find each other?
On an app. Duh.
Surely it's been amazing.
Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call her Shirley.
Like this new
It has been
iteration
amazing.
and the response from the crowds has been crazy, no?
From my perspective, a lot of times we'll ask people to put their hand up if they've never been to a Linkin Park show before, and like 3/4 of the crowd's got their hands up.
Yeah.
50-year-old people, 10-year-old kids, everything in between. It's just really, it's been an awesome experience for us.
What's it like being in Linkin Park? What's something like unexpected?
Honestly, and I'm going to sound naive when I say this, but like the success of it all.
Yeah.
Like how big it has become.
Yeah.
You know, and it was obviously huge before. I just wasn't thinking about how big it was. Like, I mean, we just played Europe, and it was just like huge stadiums and stuff, and you can't ever prepare yourself for that. Obviously, you think of these kinds of things when you're a kid, when you're playing, and you're like, oh, that'd be so cool. And then now it's just your daily life. So it's like the adjustment of it. It's like, this is actually happening. Like, what the fuck?
L7.
Yes.
What'd you say?
L7.
L7.
L7. Oh, yeah, I don't really know.
Pretend
much.
that we're dead? Is that
Yeah.
pretend that we're dead? We have a 10-year age gap, so that's a little bit on my side of the fence. You would have been like, probably too young for that to matter, and I was like, it was like bullseye right in the middle of like, oh, I'm listening to like alternative radio now.
Tell me about L7.
Cool band. Like they had this like deadpan delivery, like real punk rock style delivery. Not like screamy punk, but more like I don't give a shit punk.
Ready for another song?
Janis Joplin.
Yes.
Well done.
So much for the age gap. Sometimes the age gap, if you go back far enough,
Yeah, there's no age gap.
there's no age gap.
You know that era really well.
Okay.
I love it.
So will
Yeah.
you tell us something?
Well, she's in the 27 Club. Morbid, I'm so sorry.
I'm trying to think of what I accomplished by 27. Very short list.
She's somebody I would have loved to have seen live. I know we were talking about Nirvana, but I think a lot of that 60s era I would have loved to experience.
Give me number one artist that you'd want to see.
The Clash.
Yes.
I would absolutely die to see them live.
Yeah.
I would learn so much just watching and I do, listening to the music. I learned so much. I never really had lessons or anything, and what was really drawn to is the 60s a lot to like learn to sing and stuff, and Janis was one of them that I kind of I drew from to learn to sing.
It's just the way your voice sounds. You got a texture that draws like a similarity.
Any artist you could see who's no longer with us.
Hendrix.
I mean, just out of control.
We were at a studio, and the guy who ran the studio was like, hey, you guys, like, I know you're probably busy, but like, come in the other room right now. Like, this is so cool. We go in the other room, and these guys were doing music for one of those like Rock Band or Guitar Hero video games. They had a Jimi Hendrix live recording up on the mixing console, and they had all the individual tracks, like every microphone, like the mic that was on the crash of the drums, the mic that was on the bass. And he had Jimmy's vocal mic and his guitar separated.
Yeah.
And so he played the song, he's like, listen to that, how good is that? We were like, wow. He turns everything off and he just plays the vocal, and then he just plays the guitar. And you would swear that it was two different people. Like, he could talk and sing and whatever, and his hands would just operate separately from his voice. Like, it's as if the two halves of his brain were just like independent. Black Sabbath.
Oh shit, I was trying to get the I was more worried about the
You're like the drum.
Where's
your
it?
brain
Oh
was
my
like
God.
working forward in the
Yeah.
song, like, and then the drums come in, and then
R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Bands that are ahead of their time.
I think it might have been the first festival we ever played was
Yeah.
Ozfest. And we were midday. We had to win over the crowd every single day because they kind of came into it like, oh, this is that new band. Like, we were too popular for their taste. We designed our set to like really like, we front loaded heavy songs, loud songs. We're very aggressive when we showed up.
Try and win them over.
We used to start our intro of our set with like this esoteric, like electronic, almost like jungle drum and bass thing.
Yeah.
That did not win over Ozfest.
I can't
That did not
imagine.
work at Ozfest. I think we did 2 or 3 times, and then we were in Philadelphia, and I saw Joe, our DJ, walking up the street, and he's like, oh, I went to the record store, like, check this out. And he pulled out, I think it was Slayer, and he's like, I'm going to start the set with Slayer tomorrow. This changeover happened. The crowd started booing before we even did anything, and then Joe plays Slayer, and they're not allowed to boo anymore.
Yeah.
They have to cheer.
They ate that shit.
And then we went into like one step closer, and it was like, that was our approach.
Do you have a pre-show ritual?
It's not like athletes, but it's pretty serious. I think we kind of start mentally focus. What time? 4 hours before the show? Maybe?
Yeah, mine is usually like just absolute panic before because I feel like I never have everything. For some reason, that last 15 minutes, it's like I haven't finished like stretching and I haven't finished my warm-ups, and so it's just like, panic, as I'm like tying my belt, walking out. I'm working on it.
I will say that like the other day I mismanaged my time pretty bad. I maybe got 5 minutes to warm up, and I was thinking about it like for half the show. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird how like we you can present on stage as like, I'm totally in control of what's going on, I'm confident, whatever. But in your brain, in my brain at least, no, we're both the same. Like, we could be completely off the planet.
Yeah.
Just like, I didn't like how I moved. Just that was awkward. Like, what did I just do with my leg? Like, that looked weird, I'm sure. weird stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, what else do we got here?
We're at $20,000 right now, right? Deftones.
Yeah.
I think the problem
You would
is here
definitely get
that
that.
I'm
I
too
don't-
fast.
Yeah, you are.
I think I'm more awake than she is.
I wouldn't know that song though. I'm not.
This playlist is so far
Yeah.
keyed a little more to me.
You would think that the Deftones is something. I wish I did know more, and I don't.
It's funny because there's like a gap. It's like 60s, 70s, you got it. 80s,
Yep.
90s, I got it.
Uh-huh.
And then somewhere in
Yep.
the 2000s, you take off.
I want to ask about making music for movies.
Transformers.
We are waiting.
How does it How does it work?
They came to us, I think, with the interest in having us on the soundtrack for Transformers. I was a little on the fence just because I'm like, what is it going to be like? I had no idea of what it would look like. And I was kind of like, this could be kind of corny. And we're in the middle of making our record, and I was like, I just want to focus on this. I don't want this distraction, this other thing. I think there was a few people in the band who were like, hey, stupid, like, this is a big deal. It's Michael Bay. Like, don't be an idiot. And I'm usually, I mean, you know that at this point. I'm usually that guy who's like a little bit like, I don't know about this. I don't know about that. And other people are like, hey, this is going to be a big deal.
Do you just make a Linkin Park song, or is it catered towards, it needs to be a certain...
Okay, so for that one, they showed us a cut. They showed us some of the movie.
Yeah.
There were a couple of semi-finished frames with the robots, and then a bunch of stuff where it looked like they were made out of clay. It was like the whole screen was gray, but you could kind of see the shapes of them fighting or talking and whatever. And we were like, oh, this is going to be so sick. We didn't have the song yet. Like we'd just been talking to the label about first singles on that album, Minutes to Midnight, our third record. And our president of our label, he was like, you guys had 2 albums that sounded this way. You have a new album that sounds pretty different, and you don't have anything in between, like a song that's like bridges the gap. So I went back home and I wrote 4 demos, and each of them was named after a Transformer. So there was an Optimus, there was a Bumblebee, there was a Starscream, and there was a Megatron. What I've done was originally Megatron. So Megatron won the battle. Actually, I think this is a world premiere of that information. I don't think anybody has ever heard that part of the story. So Megatron was the original title of what I've done.
Okay, last one.
Thank you. Far too kind.
LP Boys.
We changed the words to Cook and Roll with the LP Boys. It's funny because I asked when we did that change, I was like, should we still say boys? Because it's not boys.
Yeah.
We tried a couple things out, and she's like, I like boys better than...
It's just too weird to change it. I'm like, it's okay. It's the one lyric out of all the songs that we actually had to like consider like changing.
Oh yeah, the gender.
To make it the gender thing. So I was just like, just keep it.
I think it's cooler also.
Thank you, Jay-Z.
With Jay, you had to.
Jay-Z was the one. We didn't even have to think about it because that's just the way that I should say probably Chester and I would write. Both of us would not. It wasn't a lot of like he and she in the words. It was more you and me and they, and that's just how we wrote.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Of course. Thank you for
That was
having
so
us.
fun. Great to meet you guys.
My hands are sweaty. It's hot out.